Hi everyone! Welcome back to English Fab, where learning English is practical, useful, and fab. Every day, there is a lot happening around the world. Let's learn vocabulary and phrases related to them together and talk about them in daily conversation. If you find English difficult, don't worry. You can translate the subtitles into English and your own language like this. Check the description below for extra details. All right, let's get started. Headlines. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Disruptions, interruptions, or problems that stop an activity from continuing as expected. Strikes, organized work stoppages by employees as a form of protest. Holiday, a period of time when people travel or rest, often away from work or school. Phrases. Face disruptions, experience unexpected interruptions or delays. Due to, because of something, used to explain the reason. Affecting services, causing changes or problems in the normal operation of services. 2. Vocabulary. Tensions, a state of mental or emotional strain. In international context, it refers to strained relations. Tariffs, taxes on imported or exported goods. Growth, an increase in size, number, or importance, especially related to the economy. Phrases. Ongoing war, a conflict that is continuing and hasn't ended. May cut, possibly reduce, often used with rates, budgets, or prices. Warns of, informs someone about possible dangers or problems. 3. Vocabulary. Support, help, or assistance provided to someone or something. Repercussions, unintended and usually negative consequences of an action. Mitigate, to reduce the severity or impact of something. Phrases. Seeks to, tries to achieve or find something. Warns of, alerts about a potential threat or problem. Emphasizes strengthening, highlights the importance of improving or reinforcing something. 4. Vocabulary. Negotiations, formal discussions aimed at reaching an agreement. Uranium, a heavy metal used as fuel in nuclear power and weapons. Enrichment, the process of increasing the proportion of a particular isotope in uranium. Phrases. Held in, conducted, or organized at a specific location. Continue in, keep progressing or occurring in a place or phase. Demands limitations, insists on setting restrictions or controls. 5. Vocabulary. Airstrikes, attacks by military aircraft dropping bombs or missiles. Launched, started, or initiated, used for attacks, products, campaigns, etc. Tensions, high pressure, or strained relationships between parties or nations. Phrases. Has launched, present perfect tense, indicating an action started recently or still relevant. Part of, included in a larger operation or plan. Targeting positions, aiming attacks at specific military or strategic locations. 6. Vocabulary. Fatalities, deaths caused by an accident, war, or disaster. Shortage, a situation where something needed is an insufficient supply. Humanitarian, related to the welfare and well-being of people, especially during crises. Phrases. Have resulted in, caused, or led to a specific outcome. Warns of, gives advance notice about a potential danger. Escalating crisis, a worsening or intensifying emergency or conflict. Business. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Markets, systems or places where financial assets like stocks, bonds, and commodities are traded. Volatility, the degree of variation in trading prices over time. High volatility means rapid price changes. Tariffs, taxes imposed on imported or exported goods, often used in trade policy. Phrases, remain volatile, continue to experience unpredictable or unstable conditions. Sparked by, caused, or triggered by something. Concerns over, worries or doubts about a specific issue. 2. Vocabulary. Earnings, a company's profit, especially as reported in quarterly or annual financial statements. Performance, how well a company or stock does, usually in terms of financial results or productivity. Uncertainty, lack of predictability or assurance about future outcomes. Phrases, set to release, scheduled or expected to publish something, such as a report. Giving insight into, providing a clearer understanding or deeper look into a subject. Amid uncertainty, during a period of unpredictability or unclear conditions. 3. Vocabulary. IMF, short for International Monetary Fund, an organization that promotes global financial stability. Tariffs, import-export taxes that can influence trade dynamics. Inflation, the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services rises. Phrases, warns of, gives a formal notice or alert about a possible danger or problem. Could weaken, has the potential to reduce the strength or effectiveness of something. Urges cooperation, strongly encourages collaborative action or teamwork. 4. Vocabulary. Manufacturing, the production of goods using labor, machinery, or chemical processing. Input costs, expenses associated with producing goods, such as materials or labor. Inflation, the general increase in prices and fall in purchasing power. Phrases, sees a rise, experiences or observes an increase. Reflected in, shown or represented by something like data or a report. Suggests subdued, indicates that something, such as activity or sentiment, is relatively low or restrained. 5. Vocabulary. Confidence, belief or trust in something's stability or reliability, often in economic or financial contexts. Withdrawals, the act of removing money or investment, typically from a financial account or market. Turbulence, instability or disturbance, often used to describe market conditions. Phrases, remains fragile, continues to be weak or easily affected. Amid worries over, during a time when there are concerns about something. Evolving stance, changing position or policy, especially from governments or institutions. 6. Vocabulary. Banks, financial institutions that accept deposits and provide loans. Closed, not open for business or operation. Services, tasks, or work done for customers, especially in banking or customer support. Phrases, are shut, are not operating or accessible. Though digital services continue, even so, online or mobile banking options remain available. Remains unaffected, continues as usual without being impacted. Entertainment. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Thriller, a genre of film or literature focused on excitement, suspense, or tension. Premieres, the first public showing of a movie, show, or event. Twins, two children or characters born or created at the same time, often with a special connection. Phrases, stars as, plays the role of a character in a film or show. Confronts A, faces or deals with a challenging situation or opponent. Hits theaters, becomes available for public viewing in cinemas. 2. Vocabulary. Stuns, amazes or surprises greatly. Debut, the first public performance or appearance. Album, a collection of recorded music released as a single body of work. Phrases, performs with, joins another artist or group on stage for a performance. Announces release, officially states the launch date of a project or product. Set for, scheduled to happen on a particular date. 3. Vocabulary. Comes out, publicly reveals one's sexual orientation or identity. remake, a new version of an existing movie or show. Supportive, providing encouragement, help, or emotional backing. Phrases, shares that, expresses or communicates information or thoughts. Empowered her, gave someone the confidence or strength to act or express themselves. Filming provided, the act of shooting a film created a condition or opportunity. 4. Vocabulary. Launches, begins or starts something, often used for products or media releases. Companion, a character who travels with or supports the main character. Mysterious, difficult to understand or explain, full of secrets. Phrases, returns to, goes back to a previous place or state. Features the, includes or showcases a specific person or element. Premieres on, debuts, or is shown for the first time on a particular platform. 5. Vocabulary. Returns, comes back after a break or absence. Premiere, the first public showing of a new season, film, or episode. Storylines, the plots or narrative threads within a show or story. Phrases, is set to, is planned or scheduled to do something soon. Introducing new, bringing in fresh characters, features, or ideas. Post-Che era, the period following the departure or end of a character named Che. 6. Vocabulary. Available, ready for use, viewing, or purchase. Action-packed, full of exciting, fast-paced scenes or events. Purchase, the act of buying something. Phrases, is now available, can be accessed or bought starting now. Rent or buy, options for paying temporarily or permanently for content. Streaming on, being distributed online through a digital platform. Health. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Outbreak, a sudden rise in the occurrence of a disease in a particular time or place. Confirmed, officially verified, or diagnosed. Fatalities, deaths caused by an accident, illness, or disaster. Phrases, has resulted in, has caused a particular outcome or consequence. Marking the, indicating an important point or event. Since 2015. Referring to the time that has passed from the year 2015 to the present. 2. Vocabulary. Malaria, a serious disease transmitted by mosquitoes, common in tropical regions. Deaths, the end of life, fatalities. Containment, the act of controlling or limiting something harmful. Phrases, has caused, has been the reason or trigger for something happening. Posing challenges, creating difficulties or obstacles. Rapid progression, fast development or worsening of a situation. 3. Vocabulary. Therapy, a treatment intended to relieve or heal a disorder. Parkinson's, a degenerative neurological disorder that affects movement. Studies, scientific investigations, or research projects. Phrases, shows promise, appears to be effective or beneficial based on early results. Suggest benefits, indicate that something might have positive effects. Placed in, inserted, or positioned inside something, typically a body part in medical contexts. 4. Vocabulary. Cancer, a group of diseases involving abnormal cell growth with the potential to spread. Funding, financial support for a project, program, or institution. Delays, situations where something is postponed or takes longer than expected. Phrases, express concern, communicate worry or unease about a situation. Citing disruptions, mentioning interruptions or disturbances as the reason. Due to, because of, caused by something. 5. Vocabulary. Diabetes, a chronic condition that affects how the body processes blood sugar. Alzheimer's, a progressive disease that causes memory loss and cognitive decline. Prevention, the act of stopping something from happening. Phrases, links drugs, shows a connection between medications and an effect. Reduced risk, a lower chance or probability of something happening. Offering avenues, providing potential ways or methods to explore. 6. Vocabulary. Fiber, a dietary substance that aids digestion and is found in plant foods. Fermented, chemically changed by bacteria or yeast, often to improve digestion or flavor. Inflammation, a biological response to injury or infection, often causing redness or swelling. Phrases: may reduce, could lower or decrease something, according to, based on a source or study. Highlight benefits, emphasize or point out positive effects. Sports. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Rivalry, a long-term competition or conflict between two teams or individuals. Renew, to restart or bring back something that has ended or paused. Spotlight, public attention or focus on a topic or event. Phrases: reignites debate, starts a discussion or argument again. Brings back, returns something to public view or memory. Known as, referred to by a particular name. 2. Vocabulary. Record, the highest or best achievement in a specific category. Start, the beginning phase or first part of an activity or season. Sophomore, a student in their second year, often used in sports to describe an athlete's second season. Phrases: achieves a, accomplishes or reaches a goal or milestone. Playing a role, being an important part or contributor to something. Impressive season, a sports season marked by outstanding performance. 3. Vocabulary. Tournament, a series of sports matches to determine a champion. Defending champion, the current winner of a title who is competing to retain it. Tee times, scheduled start times for players in a golf tournament. Phrases: commences at, officially begins at a certain location or time. Takes a break, temporarily pauses from participating. Featuring players, presenting or including specific athletes. 4. Vocabulary. Final, the last match or round of a tournament. Milestone, a significant achievement or point in progress. Women's rugby, the sport of rugby played by female athletes. Phrases: defeats team, wins against another team in a match. Marking a, indicating or signifying a notable event or moment. Sees the, observes or experiences the occurrence of something. 5. Vocabulary. Snooker, a cue sport similar to pool, played on a large table with colored balls. Theater, a venue where performances or events take place. Here, the Crucible Theater in Sheffield. Field of competitors, the group of players participating in a tournament. Phrases: begins at, starts at a specific location. Aims to retain, tries to keep or hold on to a title or position. Amid a strong, in the context of intense or tough competition. 6. Vocabulary. Tour, a scheduled series of games or matches played in different locations. Insights, expert observations, opinions, or deeper understanding. Matches, individual games or contests within a sports event. Phrases: prepare for, get ready for an upcoming event or activity. Providing analysis, offering expert evaluation or breakdown. Ahead of, before, or in preparation for something upcoming. Climate. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Wildfires, large, uncontrolled fires that spread quickly in natural areas like forests. Ecosystems, communities of living organisms interacting with their physical environment. Endangered, at risk of extinction or disappearing. Phrases: devastate habitats, severely damage or destroy living environments for animals or plants. Increase in incidence, a rise in the number of reported events or cases. Threatening species, putting animals or plants in danger of harm or extinction. 2. Vocabulary. Drought, a prolonged period of abnormally low rainfall leading to water shortages. Waterways, rivers, streams, or other bodies of flowing water. Vegetation, plant life in an area. Phrases. Faces historic. Experiences an event that is unusually significant or unprecedented. Leading to, resulting in, or causing a particular outcome. Prompting action, causing people to respond or take measures. 3. Vocabulary. Reef, a ridge of rock or coral near the surface of the sea. Bleaching, a whitening effect caused by stress, often heat, that leads coral to lose its color and vitality. Survival, the state of continuing to live or exist. Phrases. Suffers sixth, experiences a sixth occurrence, usually of something harmful. Maybe the last chance, could be the final opportunity to act before it's too late. Warning that, giving a caution or alert about a potential risk. 4. Vocabulary. Habitat, the natural environment where a species lives. Protections, legal or physical measures that guard against harm or danger. Extinction, the complete disappearance of a species. Phrases. Could remove, might take away or eliminate something. Sparking alarm, causing serious concern or panic. About increased risk, concerning a greater likelihood of danger or negative outcome. 5. Vocabulary. Flooding, an overflow of water onto land that is usually dry. Preparedness, the state of being ready for an event or emergency. Climate change, long-term changes in temperature and weather patterns, largely due to human activity. Phrases. Now expected, predicted to happen regularly or in the near future. Attributed to, identified as caused by something. Calling for, requesting, or demanding action or attention. 6. Vocabulary. Photography, the art or practice of taking and processing photographs. Themes, central topics or ideas explored in a piece of work. Encounters, meetings or interactions, often unexpected or impactful. Phrases. Highlights climate, brings attention to environmental issues. Exploring humanity, examining the role or behavior of humans. With nature, in relation to or interacting with the natural world. Technology. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Monopoly. Exclusive control by one company over an entire market, limiting competition. Antitrust. Laws and regulations designed to prevent monopolies and promote fair competition. Network. A system of connected components, often referring to digital or organizational structures. Phrases. Rules that. Indicates an official decision made by a judge or authority. Marks the, signifies a particular event or milestone. Within a year, occurring during a 12-month period. 2. Vocabulary. Automated, operated using machines or technology with little or no human intervention. Driving system, technology that assists or manages vehicle operation. Models, different versions or types of vehicles or products. Phrases. Unveils its, publicly presents or introduces something new. Aiming to introduce, intending, or planning to bring something into use. Developed through, created as a result of a specific process or partnership. 3. Vocabulary. Acquisition, the act of purchasing or taking over another company. Fintech, financial technology. Innovative tools and services in finance. International, involving multiple countries or operating globally. Phrases. Announces a, formally communicates a new event or development. Aiming to enhance, planning to improve or expand something. In the sector, refers to a specific industry or business field. 4. Vocabulary. CEO, Chief Executive Officer, the highest-ranking person in a company. Export restrictions, government rules that limit what products can be sold abroad. Chips, microprocessors or semiconductors used in electronics. Phrases. Emphasizes importance. highlights how valuable or critical something is. Following restrictions, after certain limitations have been imposed. During his visit, while someone is at a particular place for a short stay. 5. Vocabulary. Digital menus, electronic versions of restaurant menus, often on tablets or screens. Robot, a machine capable of performing tasks automatically. Innovation, a new idea, method, or device that improves upon existing standards. Phrases. Embraces modern, accepts and uses contemporary technology or practices. Offering digital, providing a service or product in electronic format. Defying challenges, successfully facing or overcoming difficulties. 6. Vocabulary. Tariffs, taxes on imports or exports between countries. Semiconductors, materials used to make computer chips and other electronics. Flexibility, the ability to adapt or respond to change. Phrases. Announces plans, shares intentions for future actions. Set new, establish or introduce something not previously implemented. Indicating potential, suggesting the possibility of future developments. Travel. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Strikes, organized stoppages of work by employees to protest working conditions or policies. Cancellations, the act of stopping something that was planned, such as flights or train services. Travel, the act of going from one place to another, typically over long distances. Phrases. Disrupt travel, cause interruptions or delays to journeys. Staging walkouts, workers leaving their jobs as a form of protest. Leading to delays, resulting in longer wait times or postponed plans. 2. Vocabulary. Staff, employees working at a specific location or company. Industrial action, collective activities by workers, like strikes, to protest or demand better conditions. Pensions, retirement funds or financial support provided to employees after they stop working. Phrases. Begin strike, starts a planned work stoppage. Potentially affecting, may impact or disrupt something. Through April, continuing or lasting until the end of April. 3. Vocabulary. Rail, trains or railway systems used for transport. Engineering works, planned construction or maintenance projects on infrastructure. Replacement buses, buses provided to substitute for train services when unavailable. Phrases. Encounter disruptions, experience delays or interruptions. Due to works as a result of ongoing construction or maintenance. Causing reduced service, leading to fewer or limited transport options. 4. Vocabulary. Storms, severe weather events involving wind, rain, or snow. Hail, small balls of ice that fall from the sky during certain storms. Tornadoes, violently rotating columns of air extending from a storm to the ground. Phrases. Threatens travel, poses a risk to transportation plans. Forecasts predict, weather experts expect or anticipate. Across regions, spread over multiple areas or parts of a country. 5. Vocabulary. Waiver, official permission to avoid a rule, such as a fee for changing a flight. Flights, scheduled air travel by airplane. Severe weather, extreme or dangerous weather conditions. Phrases. Issues, waiver, provides special permission or policy adjustment. Allowing changes, permitting alterations to plans. Due to conditions, because of the current situation, like weather. 6. Vocabulary. Schedule, a planned list of times or dates for events, such as flights. Routes, specific paths or directions taken from one place to another. Destinations, the places where people are traveling to. Phrases. Expands schedule, adds more options or services to an existing timetable. Adding flights, introducing new air travel routes. Including destinations, featuring specific locations as part of the offering. That's it for today's lesson. We explored many topics and learned important vocabulary and useful phrases. Remember, The more you connect English to what's happening around you, the easier it becomes to understand and use it in daily life. Okay, thanks for watching today's lesson on English Fab. I hope you found these English tips useful and feel more confident. Remember, practice makes perfect, so try using these phrases in your daily conversations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more Fab English lessons. Until next time, keep practicing and stay fab.